Hello Nigeria, welcome to Newsline. I am Becky Madujemu. Thanks for keeping a date with us. We are in the season of celebration. People, organizations and communities are ending the year with a bang. It's also a time for stock taking and recognition of distinguished personalities who have impacted on humanity in diverse ways. We have a couple of awards ceremonies in tonight's package. Aside the glitz of the Yuletide, we have crime stories and informative features for your benefit. Before we bring a truckload of exclusives, let's hear the news by Claire Adilabu Abdurazak.
Hello, Becky. And there are indications that Nigeria may be on her way to self-sufficiency in sugar production. Now, that indication was given by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dini Adebayo, during a tour of sugarcane plantations in Niger, Kwara and Adamawa states. The minister, however, adds that more support will be given to industrialists willing to invest in sugarcane value chain. Musa Baba Alio reports.
Nigeria is currently producing only 30% of sugar the citizens consume, with importation closing the deficit. A record of the National Bureau of Statistics indicates that out of the 5.61 million metric tons demand of sugar, local industries produce less than 100,000 metric tons. As he toured sugarcane plantations in the country, Minister of Industries, Trade and Investment hopes that the importation will drop drastically in few years to come. He assures investors that the policy and programs of the federal government guarantee the security of their investment.
This is something to do with agriculture. You just don't wake up and do, building a cement plant, for example, is easier. But sugar plantation, the factory and co, it takes much longer time. You are talking about something like 4 or 5 years. But I'm sure as soon as we get enough land to grow sugar, we are ready to invest.
More than 200,000 hectares are put under sugarcane cultivation in 5 states of Jigawa, Niger, Kwara, Adamawa and Nasarawa states. Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the federal government and Osun State are working towards development of the mining sector in that state. This was part of the message of the Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekon Adigbite, to the Osun State Governor, Gboyega Oyetola, during a courtesy call in Osogbo. Femi Afariogun reports.
Osun State occupies a critical position in the mining sector, and this informs the visit of the Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Mr. Olamilekon Adigbite, to the governor. The minister, who declares Osun as home of gold, says the federal government is ready to help states actualize its objectives in the mining sector.
There are some lacunas, there are some genuine concerns from the state, like security, like infrastructure, and all that, pressure on the infrastructure. When you mine, there's pressure on infrastructure. So those are genuine concerns. And that is why this committee was set up. So let's look into those areas.
Osun State Governor Gboyega Oyetola, who is happy with the plans of the federal government, further seeks the removal of mining matter from the exclusive list.
I look forward to us moving this interaction beyond now to see those areas we can ensure that we're able to seriously develop that sector that has been hanging there for several years. And my own state is even particularly peculiar. I need money to develop the state.
Diversification, especially in the non-oil sector, is one key area Oyetola is looking at to avoid being over-dependent on monthly allocations. In Osogbo, Femi Afariogun, NTA News.
And the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, says the marking of properties of convicted former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, is to ensure that they are not dissipated. Now, this follows the December 5, 2019 order of Justice Mohammed Idris at the Federal High Court in Ikoyi, Lagos, that Kalu's company, Sloke Nigeria Limited, be wound up and all assets forfeited to the federal government. Orji Uzor Kalu, who is the senator representing Abia North in the the National Assembly had been arraigned alongside his company, Slope Nigeria Limited, and Ude Udogu, his Director of Finance and Accounts, at the Abia State Government House over an amended 39-count charge bordering on conspiring and diverting the sum of 7.65 billion naira from the coffers of the state. The court found him guilty and sentenced him to 12 years in correctional facility, winding up of the company as provided by the law, and all assets forfeited to the federal government. And traditional rulers are pushing for the protection of the autonomy integrity of the traditional institution in Nigeria. Now, the body rose from its 11th National Council Summit in Abuja with a call on the executive and legislative arms of government to make laws to that effect. Chimdima Ndubisi tells us more.
Pre-colonial Nigeria traditional rulers formed the government of the people as custodians of their cultures and traditions. Their influence today stands strong over their subjects and territories. Identified as formidable grassroots institution for maintaining social order, the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria expresses worry over what it calls states and local governments' interference in traditional affairs that disrupts the laid-down structure of ancient traditional stools which have been in existence for thousands of years. It therefore advocates the enactment of a law to protect traditional rulers, be it first class or 100th class, as the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammadu Sa'ad Abubakar III, puts it.
If we do that, we insulate the institution from partisan politics, we insulate the institution from insults and abuses.
For them to know that they are there, but someday they will not be there. But we, traditional rulers, by the very special grace of God, it is only death that actually can take us out of our kingdoms.
The Vice President at the summit says the federal government is leveraging on partnership with the traditional institution to drive community policing.
The vast network of confidence open to traditional institutions are uniquely positioned to provide government with valuable intelligence that can help detect criminal activity.
In any community we go, whether it is a district or a village district or the whole of emirate, we have leadership in terms of traditional leadership. And those leaderships are the ones who drive policing within that community. The DPO and other senior police officers that are there will only come to support.
The plan is to reduce to the barest minimum the spate of crime in the country. Chimdima Ndubisi, NTA News.
Now, is there such a thing as a peaceful home? Well, opinions are divided on this, though the consensus is that there is always a median point, which points to the fact that it could be achieved. Now, this latter view is shared by a women group known as Global Peace Women, who are on a nationwide advocacy for love and good neighborliness to achieve peaceful homes in the nation. Tessie Omeri tells us more.
Believe that the biggest wars are fought not in the war front, but in the homes is in the front burner again, and the Global Peace Women say with the commitment and support of all, a generation of peaceful nation can be raised.
This is something that is even saddening to talk about. About 22.8 million people and 22.8 million children are out of school. And 13 million of those children are in northern Nigeria.
That's a starting point of the Global Peace Movement. We are not starting from the power, we are starting from the heart and love.
Whatever it is that is within our own small personal power, we do that. We continue to do everything that is possible for the use of our people.
A group of young men who underwent rehabilitation also shared their experiences as lessons for other youths to desist from consumption of harmful substances dangerous to their health.
The group also paid advocacy visit to the Emir of Kano, Muhammadu Sanusi II, to intimate him of projects ongoing by the group in the state,
as well as seek his royal blessings to succeed in this onerous task. Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
Right, let's turn our attention now to climate matters as the longest United Nations climate talks on record finally ended in Madrid on a compromise. Now, after 2 extra days and nights of negotiations, delegates finally agreed on a deal that will see new improved carbon cutting plans on the table by the time of COP26 in Glasgow next year. All parties will need to address the gaps between what the science says is necessary to avoid dangerous climate change. Decisions on other issues, including the question of carbon markets, have been delayed till next year. Now, scientists say the world is now nearly 1 degree Celsius warmer than it was before widespread industrialization. And as the federal government intensifies efforts in the diversification of the nation's economy, former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo has commended Governor Udom Emmanuel's effort in boosting agriculture in the state and also called for privatization of the greenhouse project for sustainability. Former President Obasanjo gave the commendation when he visited the greenhouse project initiated by the Akwa Ibom state government. Susan Asukwo reports. We'll bring you that story presently. Now, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, says it has recorded a trading surplus of 5.20 billion naira in August 2019, reflecting an increase of 22% when compared with the 4.26 billion naira surplus posted in July 2019. Elizabeth Omori has the details.
The NNPC Acting Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Samson Makoji, indicates that NNPC distributed 1.92 billion litres of petrol. The new figures are contained in the August 2019 edition of the NNPC Monthly Financial and Operations Report. The statement adds that the appreciable increase of 22% within the period under review is largely due to the improved surplus posted by the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, explaining that the percentage increase in performance of the company evened out with a decline in the performance of Nigeria Gas Company vis-a-vis July 2019 figures, even as it added that the increased surplus posted by Duke Oil and the reduced deficit by the Nigerian Pipelines and Storage Company equally bolstered the figures for the month. The 49th edition of the NNPC M4 stated that 233.42 billion naira was made on the sale of white products by the Petroleum Products Marketing Company, the downstream subsidiary of the National Oil Company, in August 2019, compared to 214.70 billion sales in July 2019. Total revenue generated from the sales of white products for the period of August 2018 to August 2019 stood at more than 2.6 billion naira, with PMX contributing about 95.19% of the total sales, valued at more than 2.5 billion naira. Volume-wise, 1.917 billion litres of white products were sold and distributed by PPMC in the month under review.
All right, let's return to the story on the visit of the former President Olusegun Obasanjo to the greenhouse project in Akwa Ibom State, as reported by Susan Asukwo.
Located along the Victor Atta International Airport, the greenhouse project initiated by the state government is to encourage the cultivation of vegetables such as cucumber, tomatoes, onions, pepper, cabbage, among others. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, who was led by the state governor, Udom Emmanuel, for the inspection of the greenhouse, commended the initiative of the state government. Chief Obasanjo, however, decried the importation of vegetables and other food crops from other countries.
What the governor is doing here is very good. I will only encourage the government, but as quickly as possible, it should be privatized.
He said in the face of a dwindling economy, diversification is key, and suggested that the greenhouse project should be privatized if it must be sustained beyond Udom Emmanuel's administration. In Uyo, Susan Asukwo, NTA News.
And more winners have emerged in the Fidelity Bank Savings Promo. Cash and cancellation prizes have also continued to reach customers. Kolo Mohammed was at the Season 4 draws held here in Abuja, where 19 million naira cash and consolation prizes were won by customers.
Into the financial inclusion drive of the federal government, Fidelity Bank organized the Get Alert a Million Savings promo to encourage existing customers to save more. Today's draws will upward review the cash and consolation prizes won thus far.
This is the second draw we're conducting since the promo commenced in October 2019. And at this second draw, what we're practically going to do is to do the monthly as well as the bi-monthly draw modalities, which are actually going to apply here. And the expectation here is that we're going to dole out a total of 19 million naira today. 19 million naira today. In the following categories. The 3 million category, the 2 million category, and the 1 million category to 13 lucky customers of the bank. Outside that, we're also going to dole out about 18 consolation prizes.
In the presence of regulators from Lottery Commission and Consumer Protection Council, draws were conducted to further keep their words. Fidelity Bank placed calls to cash winners from different parts of the country where winners emerged.
Yes, there's a draw going on and you've just won 1 million naira.
I just won 1 million naira?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, which branch?
And before the close of the event, some winners showed up.
Fortunately for me, I'm inside Abuja, so it makes confirming very easy for me. So I reached out to the regional bank and I checked and I saw that it was real.
More draws are expected as the promo has not ended, and existing plus new customers are eligible to win cash and consolation prizes going forward.
If you top up your account, you stand chances of winning 1 million, 2 million as an existing customer. But as a new customer, you're expected to open your account even at zero balance and grow it to 20,000 and stand chances of winning 1 million at monthly draw.
Yes, indeed. They say they are Fidelity. They keep their word. Kolom Muhammad, NTA News.
All right, now 170 people received medical attention on various ailments at the launch of medical outreach in Maikera community in Katsina State by the Nigerian Air Force 216 Forward Base in Katsina on humanitarian service. Mohammed Salisu and what reports that the ailments included ulcer and cold.
In what appears to be a timely intervention to address the spread of various common ailments in some communities in Katsina State, the medical outreach has been launched in Maikera community against such diseases. The intervention is aimed at providing treatment as well as preventive measures to common health ailments that cause mobility and mortality among vulnerable groups in the state. The medical intervention, including deworming of children from worms, infection, screening of diabetic patients with treatment, as well as hypertension and malaria victims. The officer commanding 213 Forward Operation Base in Katsina, Group Captain Ahmed Hadi, said the NAF medical outreach is meant to reduce maternal death rate, malaria, among other health issues. The district head Katsina Area Council commended the effort of the Nigerian Air Force over the medical intervention, saying that the effort would go a long way in arresting the spread of diseases. Community head of Maikera applauded the effort of the Nigerian Air Force intervention and called on all and sundry to rally around the medical outreach to ensure area healthy society. In Katsina, Mohammed Salis Awal, NTA News.
And President Muhammad Buhari rejoices with former Oyo State Governor Isiaka Abiola Ajimobi on his 70th birthday, joining his family, friends and associates in celebrating the milestone. In a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President and Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, President Buhari congratulates the former governor for many years of outstanding achievements in both the private and public sectors, leaving behind a legacy of excellence in places he served, especially especially at the aim of affairs in insurance and oil companies. The president believes Ajimobi's forthrightness, patriotism and passion in working for the good of the country and humanity will continue to stand him out as a resourceful manager, exemplary leader and patriot, and also commends his contributions as a senator and governor. President Buhari urges the former governor, as he turns 70, to remain steadfast in love and loyalty to Nigeria and use his wealth of knowledge, wisdom and experience to contribute to development, especially by mentoring young leaders. And time to debunk some fake news. Contrary to rumors making the rounds that General Ibrahim Babangida had passed on, the general is very much alive and healthy. A statement by the general's media spokesperson, Prince Kazim Afebua, notes that the general is full of life and in his bubbling mood at his Hilltop Mina mansion. He prayed aloud to forgive those who wished IBB dead. Prince Kazim Afebua said death, as the irrevocable end of all creation, will surely come to everyone someday at the appointed time and hour. To deliberately spread fake news and wish someone dead is to take humanity to another bizarre level. He also expressed his appreciation to those who took time to reach out to the family to find out the truth. Let's move on to sports now. An Imo State Sports Festival continues in Owerri on Monday, and Best of the Best Taekwondo Championship ends in Abuja. Here is Ayodeji Makinde with the rest of the story.
27 local government areas are presently competing in the 13th Imo State Sports Festival in Owerri, with athletes competing in 24 events over 5 days. Correspondent Bright Ebuchu reports that Governor Emeka Ihedioha disclosed the championship open with the target of discovering new talents. The Nigeria Referees Association held its 2019 last quarter national fitness test for FIFA badged umpires in Abuja, with the resolve to sustain professionalism as referees in the country are now attracting global attention.
Refereeing has gone scientific, both technically and physically, but more of physical.
Ekiti State are still celebrating being champions of the Maiden Nigeria Hockey Masters Under 14 5-a-side tournament after a 1-0 victory over Bright Stars of Rivers on Saturday. Similarly, Hillary Queens from Delta State secured a 3-1 penalty victory against Hawkspot of Rivers after full-time scores ended 1-1.
Hockey has made us what we are today, so we also want to grow the younger ones, at least to put something into them.
The Best of the Best Taekwondo Championship, put together to brace Nigerian taekwondists in good shape ahead of 2020 Tokyo Olympic qualifiers next February, ended at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, Saturday, with 15 athletes making podium finishes, including Nigerian Army's Benjamin Okwomose in the male plus 80 kilogram and Elizabeth Ayanacho in the female minus 67 kilogram.
I won't say 100%, but I'm 90% confident that I'm going to qualify.
For the next qualification for Olympics, I can predict that Nigeria will have at least two places will be qualified.
Meanwhile, a 2-day World Taekwondo certification course ends in Abuja Monday with 101 participants from 6 countries in attendance. Nigeria-born UFC welterweight champion Kamalu Usman retained his title after securing a 5th-round knockout victory over Colby Covington in the main event bout of UFC 245 in Las Vegas, USA on Sunday. With Sports Update, Ayodeji, Makinde, NTA News.
And sports ends the news from Abuja. Becky is already evoking the magical feelings of Christmas, so be sure to join us right after the break.
Inner strength? Yeah, that comes from the hard knocks that life throws at us. And we Nigerians, we know all about that. We don't stay down, we get up and fight. Sure, it's about speed, technique, quality of the punches, reach. But the real fight is with myself.
It's the power, but it's the speed as well.
But I can't carry this heavyweight title by myself. There's always got to be someone in my corner. And that's why I believe in Glow. We have that same tenacity, that Nigerian fighting spirit that makes us game changers. You have to dig deep to be a world champion. Yeah, we Nigerians, yeah, we know all about that.
What a fight!
Glow, our halo,
heavyweight champion of the world.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, invites select directorate and senior level officers at the ministries, departments and agencies to the second phase of a 4-day specialized capacity building program on policy implementation and cabinet documentation processes for enhanced service delivery. Theme: capacity building on policy management processes and cabinet documentation for enhanced service delivery. Training objective: to strengthen the skills of directorate and senior level officers at the ministries, departments and agencies in the area of policy management, including preparing and processing of council documents. The training is scheduled to hold as follows. Date: December 19th to 22nd, 2019. Time: 9 a.m. daily. Venue: Center for Management Development, Shangisha, Lagos State. All participants are expected to arrive on Wednesday, December 19th, 2019 for induction ceremony at 4 p.m. Attendance is strictly by invitation. Babatunde Lawal, Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Affairs Office, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Announcer.
I beg go. I feel like say the bread don't take time finish.
When they're supposed to buy food, they will not buy. Be looking. He still has 200 naira food. He will still buy.
Okay, to 200. You can put your usual bill.
Yes, but you go add 888. Join now.
This is the title. It's for years that it started from. Yes, that's it. So notice it. The titles are, I think they're adding the titles this time.
888 now the new AWOOF. Recharge with star 888 star pin hash to enjoy 5 times AWOOF from MTN to call any network. You will also enjoy a on top VTU. Just ask your vendor for AWOOF for you.
Conductor, where my nation?
Office man, don't they forget money, sir.
Forget. You go even hide 888. Join that shit.
Nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams but you. Nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams. Chris is saying, believe in your originality and nothing can stop you.
Chris Air Fine Jewelry and Timepieces. Visit us at Transcorp Hilton Lobby opposite UBA Abuja.
The Executive Secretary, Universal Basic Education Commission, Dr. Hamid Boboyi, announces the national launching and presentation of 2018 National Personnel Audit Report under the chairmanship of His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The keynote address at the launching is to be presented by Malam Adamu, Minister of Education. The event is scheduled to hold as follows. Date: Monday, 16th December 2019. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. Venue: International Conference Center, Central Business District, Abuja. Education for all is the responsibility of all. Dr. Hamid Boboyi, Executive Secretary, Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC. Announcer.
But thanks to So Clean, Nigeria's #1 detergent with stain magnet technology, doing washing is a whole lot faster and smarter too. Only So Clean has stain magnet technology with an advanced enzyme formula that pulls out even the toughest trapped dirt, just like powerful magnets. No wonder Nigerians love So Clean. So Clean, for a faster, brighter, cleaner wash.
Treat your family to a cereal that's made from the natural goodness of maize and soya protein and specially combined with Grain Smart, a smart combination of vitamins and iron, so that they have the right kind of energy to help them reach their full potential and turn the simple into amazing. Eat up and carry go, because nothing do you. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Thank you for staying with us. For years, she turned promising young girls into prostitutes and placed their future in jeopardy. Her syndicate was domiciled in Mafoluku, a community in Oshodi, Isolo local government area of Lagos State, where diverse methods were employed to hoodwink unsuspecting victims into selling their bodies. Now she's telling the law why she chose to lead others down a destructive path.
She just be telling me I should just be following her out, and she will let me there with the person, and she will go another place.
3 men slept with me, and she gave me drugs to use. The abortion go through very well.
Victims reveal harrowing tales of sleeping with men against their will in exchange for money. These young girls say they have looked forward to this moment where they could freely share the ordeal they were forced to go through in the hands of members of the prostitution ring. 19-year-old Folake says she was roped in by Grace Ajoke after they met in church. The fact that they forged a connection in a religious setting made it more ironic that the offer to earn money bordered on active participation in the illicit sex trade.
She said she can help me, that I can come over to take care of her child, and she'll be paying me 15,000 monthly. She used to make me sleep with men, and she's the one that used to collect the money.
Piecing together several clues, the search led us to a male acquaintance of Ajoke who admitted to patronizing the wanton services a few years ago.
There was a day I go to her house. I now see a girl there. Say, I like this girl. Before I know it, she sent the girl down to here. But she didn't charge me that day.
Another fellow provided more details of Ajoke's alleged business arrangement, the entrapment of girls who sold their virtue to random men in order to feather the nest of their brutal captor.
I brought one of my girlfriends around, and she started taking along with the girl, taking the girl to a man's house, telling them to sleep with the girl and collect money.
This victim suspects that she must have been under a dark spell because of the unfamiliar ease at which she submitted to a long list of pairs. She was quick to declare Ajoke diabolical.
He used to use my charm, because there's a day I caught her. Like, if you want to leave her place, if she talk to you, you won't be able to leave there again.
With these jaw-dropping accusations, a big shadow was sure to happen. And on Thursday, the 12th of December, Ajoke received some unexpected visitors, officials of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP.
This thing a problem for my head, because now me accommodate them for my house. I just help them move, they manage the thing together, sleep and wake up, say we no go kill ourselves.
So, what becomes of the victims rescued from Ajoke's apartment during the raid?
The victims will go through our shelter. The victims will be properly counseled. We will do their medicals. All these girls, with all these kind of things they are exposed to, they are going to have medical issues. And there is a complete package of rehabilitation and even empowerment.
The young victims are calling for speedy justice.
So she needs to be punished, and she needs to leave this environment.
We are going to prosecute her. Look, this is one case that must hit the court. We are going to file charges as timely as possible.
Newsline will bring you updates on this story as new developments unfold.
Ajoke had it coming, and of course she will have a day in court. Next up, empathy is what propels us to give generously to the poorest of the poor. Sarafina Okon tells the story of a young boy whose plight would invoke the milk of human kindness in highly placed individuals and kind-hearted Nigerians. Odinaka Chukwu Nweke Emmanuel, who is suffering from a life-threatening ailment, is the subject of her report. Viewer discretion is hereby advised.
The day at the office, this mother of four, Angelina Nweke, walked into the station in Abakaliki with her 12-year-old son, Odinaka Chukwu Emmanuel Nweke. Angelina says she noticed small balls around his navel. Upon visiting the hospital at Onitsha in Anambra State, the doctors asked her to pay 47,000 naira for his surgery, which she did.
Please help me and save my son Odinaka Chukwu his life.
Angelina, having tried all means to ensure better status of the son, went to a non-government organization known as Igbo Love Themselves Charity Foundation to solicit for help. Matthias Ezeagu, the founder of the NGO For the Love of Humanity, sourced for money and have so far been able to realize 2.5 million naira, which has been used to acquire international passport, visa and flight tickets to JP Hospital in India, where Odinaka Chukwu will undergo umbilical hernia surgery.
The mother of Odinaka Chukwu Nweke Emmanuel brought him to my NGO on 2nd October. And when I set my eyes on the baby, I decided to work hard as my fellow to save the life of my fellow human being.
Angelina Nweke, an indigenous of Ndiagu Amagu in Equal local government area of Ebonyi State, is also appealing to the governor of the year, David Umahi, to come to their rescue as they are set to leave the country on Wednesday, the 18th of December 2019.
Chukwu needs help, and in a hurry too. Yes, we can. The suspected murder of a final year law student of Rivers State University, Port Harcourt, Matilda Ebitonye Mark, has thrown members of the university environment into mourning. Of course, the homicide has left more questions than answers, and the police is currently busy trying to unravel the mystery surrounding the crime.
While the case of serial killings of young ladies is still pending at the State High Court, residents of Port Harcourt woke up to another sad tale of the killing of a 400-level student of Rivers State University. This raises cause for concern and action from relevant authorities. The sad incident occurred in the early hours of Tuesday, December 10th, in an off-campus residence. Matilda Ebitonye Mark is a 21-year-old indigene of Bayelsa State who lived in a small apartment close to the school main gate with 3 roommates. The roommates were said to be absent on the day of her killing, as the murderers, who allegedly visited the victim very early in the morning, stabbed her using broken bottles and left with her cell phone.
The information we have so far is that she was attacked. We don't have the details yet. The police is still investigating that. But the university has contacted the parents, and the parents are aware. But I think we're going to let the police do their work and find out who did that to our students. The university is not happy about it at all.
They are so bothered, especially with respect to this serial killing, especially to persons of the female gender.
The police said her ex-boyfriend, who is at large, is a suspect.
Matilda Ebitonye was stabbed to death, allegedly by her ex-boyfriend, but that is still in the realm of speculation. Investigation has been ordered by the Commissioner of Police with a view to unraveling the circumstances that led to her death and also unveiling the identity of killers or killers.
The remains of Matilda Ebitonye Mark are still in the morgue, pending the outcome of investigations.
Investigations continue. We shall serve you updates. Finding a suitable job in the labor market is a dream of every student after successfully graduating from an institution of higher learning. Although with so many challenges, the labour market, if fully harnessed, has the potential of providing opportunities for job seekers, especially those with the tenacity to face challenges that come their way. It is for this reason that the 2019 graduating students of the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Bauchi sought for mentoring from some personalities who have excelled in their endeavours through a lecture session to prepare them for the task ahead. Mahmoud Ibn Mohammed has more.
I have a vision of starting up my own company, an agro-exporting company, which I have my own plan. When graduating from Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, I'll prepare my company, inshallah.
There is massive unemployment in our society, so I think the best thing I'm planning on doing is maybe having a business of my own, gradually building it so that I'll help myself, I'll help my family and the society before any job comes.
These are amongst the 3,428 graduating students of the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. Having spent their most valuable times of the last 5 years within the walls of the university community, these students and their colleagues are set to join the labour market with high hopes and aspirations, fully aware of the challenges ahead. The Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University's class of 2019 sought for mentorship from two distinguished personalities through a lecture with the message of hard work, creativity and perseverance. The key speaker, Bala Wunti, challenged the graduating students to take advantage of the growing trend in technology towards becoming self-reliant.
It's good enough that they are now educated, but it's more important for them to acquire some of the critical skill set that will see into the level of the 21st century. So our view is that the students of ATBU have always been resilient, and they should go there and focus more on being employers than being employees.
We have what we call a Center for Entrepreneurship, whereby students will learn skills. So we're not only looking at the class of their degree. What we're trying to do is trying to produce graduates that are self-employees, that are employers of labor.
10 of the graduating students received a laptop computer each from the keynote speaker with a pledge to sponsor those that excel to further their education.
Still on impacting lives, Senator Mohammed Danjuma Goje from Gombe Central, who understands the basic principles of democracy, has made a mark on the lives of his people. Emmanuel Akila in Gombe will tell us what he did and how he did it.
A happy crowd at the Gombe International Stadium. But this is not to solicit for votes. Rather, the gathering is an instance of Senator Mohammed Danjuma Goje to say thank you to the people of Gombe State for supporting him achieve greatness in his political career. The appreciation goes with the token: 12 cars, 91 tricycles, 114 motorcycles, and 19,450,000 naira at stake to flag off what is called Goje Empowerment Program.
Today is like a Salah day, especially for the political class in Gombe State. Goje was virtually the one that brought Gombe to the limelight. When he became governor, Gombe was virtually a small village, but it has been transformed to become a city. We can compare with any city in Nigeria today.
The tone of the crowd suddenly changed. When Senator Goje said, after this mandate as senator in 2023,
I have decided to quietly stop from contesting any further election at all levels. But I've said that I'll continue to be a card-carrying member, very active card-carrying member of the APC.
What could inform such a decision at a time when a typical Nigerian politician seems to be at the pinnacle of his political career?
I thank God. Like I told you, there are very few Nigerians that God has given the opportunity to attain what I've attained. To be a minister is not a mean job. Some people's whole ambition in this world is to be a minister. In fact, some is just to be a member, House of Assembly. I was a member. to become a governor, I was there 2 times. Some say they want to be senator and they quarrel, they spend everything, and I was senator 3 times.
Danjuma Goje must be comfortable with the political climate in Gombe State for him to register for retirement from contested elections.
The governor is on the right track. He is on the right track because he is trying to take off almost from where I stopped. He knew those that touch the people directly, like water, like electricity. He worked for it. Immediately he restored supply of water to Gombe and the town, other surrounding towns.
While beneficiaries of Goje Empowerment Program go home richer, for politicians in Senator Goje's constituency who might be eyeing his seat come 2023, a vacancy has just been announced.
To Senator Danjuma Goje for the generosity. Please stay with us. Newsline will return after this break. He's saying, please change battery, please change battery, please change battery. Is what I'm hearing.
Where my car?
Mommy, now smart things remain.
If my car not ready before Kokoro tomorrow, me and you go put leg inside one trouser. One lie.
That was my phone. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Look, not this phone, no. All right, yes, ma.
Hey, Majo,
Kini.
Mommy, no be you. Don't waste your credit. When I finish, I go call.
You call me. Me where my middle name na credit. Where Glow they give me boku.
Glow and Mebo get 5 times your recharge to call all networks. Recharge with *555* PIN hash.
This talk people. I beg, give me a phone, make I go, Joe.
Talon so talk yen.
The Honorable Ministry of Mines and Steel Development cordially invites all metallurgical industry operators, captains of industry, heads of parastatals, the academia, or other stakeholders and the public to the 2nd Nigeria Metallurgical Industry Stakeholders Forum, engagement with the Northwest Geopolitical Zone, theme repositioning the Nigerian metal sector for national development and economic diversification. Date Tuesday 17 to Wednesday 18 December 2019. Venue Asa Pyramid Hotel, number 13 Lafayette Road, off Independence Way, Kaduna State. Time 9 a.m. daily. The forum, which is emphasized to reposition the metal sector to contribute towards Nigeria's economic diversification and industrialization, was declared open by architect Olamilekan Adegbite, Honorable Minister of Mines and Steel Development. Signed Dr. Abdulkarim Muazu, Permanent Secretary.
Every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
In Nigeria, there is one sound we need to silence. So let's silence toothache before it starts with Oral-B All-Round Protection. Its advanced technology helps prevent both tooth holes and gum problems that can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your teeth, giving them all-round protection. Because the only sound we really want to hear is that of our future. For healthier, stronger teeth in 1 week.
How far can you go? When your village is connected to the global village, you go. When 30 million people have a bank in their pocket, they go. When 560 million of us can plug into a high-speed digital highway, we go. When you can use technology to teach where books can't reach, we all go. When over 5 million people have a job to do, and 4 million small businesses can make it big, they go. When you're driven by the unstoppable spirit of Africa, you go. They say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
You don't really own a watch until you own a Chris Air. Until you own a Chris Air.
Black Watch by Chris Air.
Sexy. The Black Watch.
Beautiful.
The Black Watch. Magnetic. Sexy. Black.
Elegant.
Love the new Black Watch by Chris Air.
Chris Air.
Visit us at Transcorp Hilton Lobby opposite UBA Abuja.
To the old school. Everybody love me when I do what I do. Cause when I come through, I got the power of cool. The power of cool.
Hey, bro, what's good? What's up, man?
Wait. Sure, send I one device to carry.
Enjoy more data than before on Airtel Home Broadband. Get up to 160 gigabytes on routers with 25,000 Naira and 55 gigabytes on Airtel MiFi's with 12,000 Naira. More data, more you. Reliable home broadband by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back. The Nigerian Tribune has honored the founder of Globacom Limited, Mike Adenuga, as Nigeria's most outstanding and innovative entrepreneur of the year. The award was in recognition of his integrity, patriotism, and contributions to the development of the country. Ruth Ario Samuel tells us more.
He has lifted through solitude.
7 decades of existence is a great achievement. That is why one of Nigeria's famous newspapers, the Nigerian Tribune, is celebrating its success for these long years. As part of the celebration, the newspaper's management recognized a Nigerian, the founder of Globacom Limited, Mike Adenuga, who has contributed to the growth and development of the nation, especially in the telecommunication industry. The business tycoon is also a football enthusiast who has sponsored both Nigerian national football team and Nigerian Premier League. He also ensured that Nigerians enjoy best price rates in the telecommunication industry. It will not be out of place to say that Mike Adenuga has contributed immensely to the development of oil and gas, aviation, and real estate in Africa as a whole.
This award to Dr. Mike Adenuga Jr., the award of Nigeria's most outstanding and innovative entrepreneur.
It's an award that is in recognition of hard work, dedication, passion, and the desire to contribute, in his own small way, to the development of this nation.
Managing Director, African Newspaper of Nigeria, Edward Dixon, described the award recipient as a worthy and notable son of the soil.
Looking back, we should recognize eminent Nigerians who have, in one way or the other, added values to us as a people. The name of Chief Mike Adenuga came up, and for him, we are proud to give him the award for several reasons. One is one Nigerian who has helped to project the Nigerian all over the world.
Organizers say there is need to always encourage those who are striving to promote the social, economic, and political sectors.
Congratulations to Mike Adenuga for yet another recognition. More winners in the ongoing Glow Recharge and Win promo in Enugu State have been presented their various prizes at Ogbeta Main Markets in Ogni and Ogise Market in Nsukka. Jude Abugu, who captured the events for Newsline, reports that the people got excited when the Glow My Own Done Better train arrived.
You don't win keke for the Glow promo.
These lucky Glow subscribers became owners of the displayed empowerment tools and items just by recharging a single Glow card of 200 naira. They are just a few of the numerous winners of the Glow empowerment promo across the country. Items presented to the winners include 12 tricycles, 48 generating sets, 24 industrial sewing machines, and 36 grinding machines.
I recharged 200 naira in my SIM. The next 50, I received a call from the customer care telling me that I have won Keke Napep.
Hey, I'm so happy. I'm very, very happy. And I thank God. I thank the Glow company.
According to the regional manager, Globacom Southeast Region is not only a way of rewarding her loyal customers, but also aimed at empowering people to be self-employed.
The brand is synonymous with the people. Okay, we associate with the people, and what Glow has done today is to empower people so that they can earn a living.
During the presentation of the items at Ogbete Main Market Enugu, another electronic draw was carried out, through which over 100 Glow subscribers emerged winners of tricycles, sewing machines, grinding machines, and generating sets. From Enugu, the promo train moved to Nsukka for community presentation of items to some winners of the Enugu electronic draw. The Glow promo team was besieged by a crowd of spectators who were amazed.
It helped me in my academics. I used it to start business, then use the money to sponsor myself.
I'm so grateful. I also urge the Nigerians to recharge this 200 naira at least. They will gain one of the winning prize also.
Guests at the event lauded Globacom for blazing the trail in telecom sector and for having the interests of ordinary Nigerians at heart.
I'm praying for them to continue. The best is yet to come.
From the look of things, everybody's so happy. That means everything is transparent.
The spectators were also entertained by some Glow ambassadors.
Congrats to the lucky subscribers. Now, First Bank of Nigeria Holdings Limited has again rolled out the drums to celebrate achievements of the financial institution in its 125 years of existence in Nigeria. The event, codenamed An Evening with First Bank of Nigeria Holdings Group 2019, had an array of musical renditions and fashion parade to thrill guests. Amaka O captured the colorful event.
It all began with a cocktail for guests to unwind. It was also time to celebrate First Bank of Nigeria Holdings, not just as a commercial bank, but as a financial institution with a remarkable history which transcends stages of industrial revolution and political systems of the country since its establishment in the year 1894 till date.
We will remain the reference point that we should be, the icon of the Nigerian banking industry. That is what we are, First Bank of Nigeria.
The kind of DNA that has allowed it to continuously reinvent itself for the last 125 years still is within it in multiples, and therefore we will reinvent ourselves at a faster rate relevant to the age and the time and season that we're in.
I was employed into the service of Bank of British West Africa in the year 1949 at Kaduna.
With over 1.3 million shareholders, the bank is said to have over 60 million customers and will sustain its leading position in the years ahead.
For us, financial inclusion is synonymous with poverty elevation, and if there's anything that we are committed to do, is to assist this country to address poverty.
Our group cuts across the commercial bank, the Quest group, and of course the insurance. So what we are saying to the public today is that this is a dominant institution, an iconic brand, and this country should be proud of what we have done.
Some staff of the bank, among other models, hit the runway in the anniversary fabric to showcase indigenous designs. Blessing the Voice and Grace Lever's choir rendering Christmas Carol reflected the diversity of the country in Nigerian languages. It was time to reward hard work, as Ingenious Award went to Human Resources Department, among others. First Bank of Nigeria Holdings is indeed synonymous with excellence.
From one fabulous event to another, the ancient city of Hadejia in Jigawa State was agog on Saturday as dignitaries from across Nigeria thronged the emirate for the wedding ceremony of the daughter of the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Mohammed Babadende, and the son of the retired Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Abuja, Justice Adamu Abdul Kafara. The wedding, which was supervised by the national chairman of Jibwis, Abdullahi Babalau, climaxed with a robust reception for guests. Mohammed Musa Askira brings us highlights.
It was a journey to a meaningful end for Muhammad Sani Adamu Abdul Kafarati and Hajara Muhammad Babandede as they finally tied the knot after 3 years of courtship since they met each other in Turkey, where they both studied.
So many things have been said there, so much advice that has been given, and hopefully, inshallah, we're going to make use of those advices. Yeah, inshallah, I hope to make a very good household with her.
This match is a perfect match made in heaven.
The marriage, which was concretized at Hadejia Emirate Central Mosque in Hadejia local government area of Jigawa State, through the representatives of the two families, featured admonitions to the couple from families, friends, and well-wishers.
They need to understand each other, they need to respect each other, they need to provide whatever is belong to each other, they should be provided. Each one knows his obligation of the other, so they should try as much as possible to fulfill those obligations.
Marriage is something that brings families together, but this relationship will continue as long as there is respect and there is patience. And there are rules and regulations by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala governing the marriage.
Congratulations to the couple. It was memorable and historical for the families of Umaru Shehu Dange, a former director of the Federal Ministry of Works, and Dauda Mohammed Kofi, as they marked a milestone in the lives of their children, Mubarak and Fatima, who have started a new life together in matrimony. From Kufo in Katsina State to Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, the families welcomed and entertained guests who converged to share their joy. Let's watch.
The palace of Maradan Katsina in Kurfi town was full to the brim with families, friends, relatives and well-wishers who came from far and near for the wedding Fatiha. Dignitaries cutting across politics, technocrats, traditional rulers, religious leaders and business moguls all trooped to the ancient town of Kurfi to witness the event. Chief Imam of Kurfi Jumu'at Mosque, Malam Lawa Muhammad, led the solemnization after the payment of 100,000 Naira bride price and the fulfillment of all the rights by the groom's representative. Traditional henna and kamu for the bride also took place to project the tradition of the families. All eyes returned to Abuja, where a dinner was organized in honor of the couple. Representatives of the groom and the bride were on hand with words of wisdom for the couple as they embark on the lifetime journey in marriage institution.
My advice to him now that he has opened a new chapter in his life, it's a new journey. They should be faithful to one another, tolerate one another, and be patient with one another. They should always remember their parents and pray for them, now and hereafter.
They should be friends. They should learn to resolve their own problems whenever the need arises.
Wish them a happy marriage life. I wish them God protection, patience. You know, they must love one another deeply.
They should open the channel of communication whereby they will be communicating with each other, and once there's perfect communication, there can be quarrel.
When two people come together to stay together for life, all we can do is to pray for them.
The groom, Mubarak, and his wife, Fatima, also had comments.
Words can't explain how I feel right now, but if I can phrase it in a few words, I'll say it's the best feeling in the world.
Today is the happiest day of my life because I'm spending the rest of my life with Mubarak. I love him so much and I would choose him even in the next life.
The joyful moment will for long be remembered, especially by the two families whose words have become one.
Congrats to the lovely couple. For every two lovebirds sealing the union is a milestone they long for. The scenario played out for Winner Izinyo and Obiajulu Mbanugo when their dreams fully came through in the presence of family and friends in Abuja. Glory Agbo reports that it was a colorful and glamorous occasion.
The families of Izinyo and Mbanugo as they celebrate the solemnization of their children, Winner and Obiajulu.
The song, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. The song and the Holy Spirit.
The Bishop of Elohim Christian Center International, Fidelis Ubong, did not mince words as he admonished the newlyweds to be mindful of words they speak to each other.
No matter what you are faced, don't use your mouth. No matter what you see, say what the word says because the word will always bring you out.
Now the dotted line is signed. It's official. Mr. and Mrs. Okechukwu Mbanugo.
Life and death are in power of the tongue. Whatever they say to each other is what they will receive. You know, they speak life to each other, they receive life.
So first of all, I'm grateful to God. It's in my life to give her out. And I'm happy too that I'm getting a son in return. So I have two. So I'm happy. They should be one. They regard themselves as brothers, friends, confident, trustworthy, open.
Oh, I wish them every beautiful things, and I wish them twins too. I want them to have twins instead of twins like me and my brother. Yeah, a boy and a girl. But if God still wants them to have like triplets, then beautiful.
I was curious to know how this love story began.
The moment we met, instantly I knew it was like, I think we've been friends for like years. We just clicked. I would say that the way he's God-fearing and the way he loved me for me, and he's trying to make me be a better person than I am. So every time I see myself in him, I see myself growing.
I see what I've not seen in other women, you know. Her humbleness, her royal the way she comports herself, being respectful, even from the, some people from her background, their character may be different, but her own, I've never seen it, and that tricked me.
Then it was time to wine and dine at a beautifully and elaborately decorated hall. The atmosphere was charged as the bridal train spiced up the ambience as they ushered in Winner and Obiajulu. Our camera lenses caught up with the father of the bride, Barrister Alex Zinho, SAN, as he could not hide his emotions on the dance floor with his daughter.
Best to Winner and his beautiful bride. Now we return to the wedding that took place at the ancient city of Adesia. We're talking about the daughter of the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service. We apologize for the hitch experience when we relayed it earlier.
It was a journey to a meaningful end for Mohammed Sani Adamu Abdul Kafarati and Hajara Mohammed Baban Dede as they finally tied the knot after 3 years of courtship since they met each other in Turkey, where they both studied.
So many things have been said there, so much advice has been given, and hopefully, inshallah, we're going to make use of those advices. Yeah, inshallah, I hope to make a very good household with her.
This match is a perfect match made in heaven.
The marriage, which was concretized at Hadeja Emirate Central Mosque in Hadeja local government area of Jigawa State through the representatives of the two families, featured admonitions to the couple from families, friends and well-wishers.
They need to understand each other, they need to respect each other, they need to provide whatever is belong to each other, they should be provided. Each one knows his obligation of the other, so they should try as much as possible to fulfill those obligations.
Marriage is something that brings families together, but this relationship will continue as long as there is respect and there is patience. And there are rules and regulations by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala governing the marriage.
Happy to see my daughter officially from me, but inshallah this is not the end. The most important is a prayer for her to live peacefully with her husband.
A pre-wedding dinner was held in grand style in Kano State by the bride's family as a send-off for their daughter to a matrimonial home attended by high-profile personalities from across the country. Mohammed Sani Adamu Abdul Kafarati and Hajara Mohammed Baban Dede, who were described as perfect match to each other by the well-wishers at the event, were urged to keep patience, tolerance and respect for each other, their watchword for peaceful, harmonious and exemplary married life.
Best advice we always give as parents is for the couple to be prayerful, to make sure that whatever they do, they must ensure is within their religious injunctions.
Fabulous wedding there, and we wish them a fabulous life. Good to know you're still there. Let's take another break. The program continues shortly.
With Airtel Smart Talk and enjoy calls to all networks at a flat rate of 11 kobo per second. 7 naira fee on the first call of the day applies. Dial *315# to join. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Treat your family to a cereal that's made from the natural goodness of maize and soya protein and specially combined with Grain Smart, a smart combination of vitamins and iron, so that they have the right kind of energy to help them reach their full potential and turn the simple into amazing. Eat up and carry go, because nothing do you. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Nestle, good food, good life. Stopping the kids from playing stops the learning. That's why we stop the germs.
Indeed, Safeguard fights against germs. Safeguard removes 99% of germs.
Join us. Mom says we have more than enough.
Wherever you may travel, whoever you will be with, we wish you a supreme Christmas. Be supreme, Nigeria.
Years ago, a scout was looking around Bayelsa. Luckily for me, he came to my school. And that was how my journey of becoming the Nestle Milo Basketball Championship MVP began. Along the path, some people tried to discourage me because I was short. But then I got to realize that it's about your heart, not about your height. Sometimes I get discouraged going for training and all that. Sometimes I trek, and that is what every person that knows where he or she is going has to do, to play along with the challenges and make sure you overcome it. I am grateful for the platform Nestle is giving to young athletes like me. My name is Regina Donano, and this is my journey.
Nestle, good food, good life.
That channel where you watch just now don't waka, no panic. No panic. You go do it by yourself like ABC. Oh yeah, press the menu button on top your remote. Scroll up and down till you see Information Central. Then press OK. Press OK. Check the signal strength and quality. If the signal strength and quality pass 70, make you press the exit button, go back. Go advanced options, then choose installation, then go to reset and press OK. Press OK.
Wow, now you self fit catch all those channels will be one miss road by yourself. Yes, make your groove for no loss. You see as I do, Abi? And I see as I do,
Go TV, live it, love it.
And I see as we do,
They swore an oath to serve our fatherland and defend the people. They traded their freedom, comfortable homes, and mortgaged their lives on the battleground for our unity and peaceful living. These are the great, fearless, loyal, and committed Nigerian armed forces who risked their lives courageously to safeguard our borders. But in the line of duty, many never returned. Nigerians, arise, let's celebrate our fallen heroes. Put on the remembrance emblem with pride to support the incapacitated and families of our fallen heroes.
It is indeed befitting to honor the memory of the gallant hearts of the men who paid the supreme sacrifice to keep the country united.
President Muhammadu Buhari enjoins all ministries, parastatals, religious and corporate bodies to donate generously to the Emblem Appeal Launch. Send your donations to these accounts. Account name, Emblem Appeal Launch. Account number 393-200-7526. EcoBank Nigeria PLC.
Thanks for staying with us. Christmas appears to have come early this year, with the Radio Nigeria NTA Vaughan Choir treating Nigerians and the world to its annual service of 9 lessons and carols. Victor Azu reports that the theme for this year is Jesus in the midst of the storm.
The ambience already betrays the occasion. The procession with the choirs only a confirmation. It's is the combined annual service of 9 lessons and carols of Radio Nigeria, NTA and Voice of Nigeria. Graced by top government functionaries, traditional rulers, among them renowned professor of music, Lazi Kweme, and clergymen, the stories of the fall of humanity, the promise of the Messiah, and the birth of Jesus Christ is told in 9 short Bible readings, which may have influenced the messages from the dignitaries.
As we allow his government to supersede our own personal government and our agenda, peace will not elude us as a nation in 2020. It shall be a year of superlative peace in the name of Jesus.
Things are changing, things are improving. We are not there yet, but we have taken the steps.
In Jesus' name we are praying. Amen.
As the Christmas light comes on and carols sounding out from the various choirs and soloists, some may need a reality check that it's only the first day in December. And with the theme, Jesus in the midst of the storm, the Christmas message calls on Nigerians to return to God for solutions to all the nation's challenges.
We have great potentials, but we are not where we are meant to be. And as a medical doctor, I know that until a case is diagnosed, you can't treat it. We need to identify what is wrong with us. We have identified, and we trust that Jesus, who is the master of the storm, will handle the storm.
This service of 9 lessons and carols was started over 15 years ago in Enugu by the Radio Nigeria Choir.
It was a brilliant outing. I'm sure you enjoyed it. The story of the birth of Jesus Christ, on which Christmas is predicated, is a familiar one, often told in many ways, yet it never gets old. Just recently in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, the nativity was told with the aid of symbols and bright lights. Clement Barrique gives us a feel of the pageantry that flowed through the streets of the Christmas village.
That special month when Christians usually remember the birth of Jesus Christ. And here in Akwa Ibom State, the state government has already set the tone for that epoch-making celebration. Every year, residents of Uyo usually have the opportunity to experience the beauty of Christmas in a relaxed atmosphere. This year's Christmas experience at the Uyo Christmas Village is unique in different ways. From the setup and design of the Christmas Village to the activities going on here, residents of Uyo are in for a sweet time. And for those who are desirous of having a taste of Akwa Ibom cuisines, this village is a place to consider.
And so on a daily basis, on a massive stage that we have set up at the village, there will be an array of very fantastic events. We've also created several children's playgrounds within the village. That's for families. We will also have Santa Claus coming in to give children gifts.
While the Christmas village continues to bubble for the next 3 weeks, our camera lens turned to the street of Uyo. Again, This was another beauty to behold. The streets are with Christmas lights of different colors, shapes, and sizes, all telling the story behind Christmas in unique ways. Residents of Uyo are catching in on the facilities provided by the state government to experience the reason for the season.
And I appreciate this because this place is very nice than the one of last year.
I'm very excited about the Christmas celebration in this Akwa Ibom State this year. So everywhere in Akwa Ibom now is so bright and shine.
When it starts, we know that Christmas is approaching.
If you are confused about where to spend this Christmas, Uyo will not be a bad place.
Across the country, 'tis indeed a season to be jolly for various ethnic groups as 2019 nears curtain call. In Nasarawa State, cultural troops are eager to show off their unique traditional steps to an appreciative audience. Hamza Musa Merkafi brings us a special performance by Kulere from Masange Boundary Community in Wamba local government area of that state.
It was in times of war, 2 spies sent by the Kulere got back with the good news to strike and establish the community in the present location. Agriculture and hunting are preoccupation among the people, with other blessings by Mother Nature of solid minerals. Mountain range in beautiful heights and dense vegetation define the boundary with their kith and kin in Okos local government area of Plateau State. Traditional dances is a way of life.
Our community cannot exist without dance because they inherited it. It's very important. This is boosting their morale. It is proving to them that they are strong enough to go for war.
The area is potentially a tourism site that can be rediscovered following initiative by the government of Nasarawa State to develop the Parura waterfalls as destination and other ancillary projects of power generation, agriculture and water supply. But the community also turns to the waterfalls in times of drought.
Yes, we have a custom that is attached to it. When our people likes rainfall, or the chief priest says that there's no rainfall throughout the year, what he will do is he will call the elders of the community. Let us get a key goat to the falls. When they take it to the falls, they will go and consult the ancestors. When they consult them, and definitely that year we will get a rainfall.
Masange community, evergreen and welcoming.
Thanks for that intriguing one, Hamza, and I hope you had fun tonight. I'm sure you did. Do keep a date with us next week. Up next is Alibaba Seriously is here, sitting pretty and looking a bit tired.
Arsenal, I want to change club. So I want to. Your cameraman is laughing. Does this man know what loyalty is?
You can change clubs. If the players can't stay loyal to any club, why should you as a fan?
Yes, I'm moving to a Rangers or a Imba now. I don't have time.
Okay, watch his show is always great. From me, good night and